Hello and welcome to another video from Between the Ropes TV. Yes, how you doing, pal? You okay?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad. We're going to go straight into this one. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. After Lomachenko's win against Jermaine Ortiz, this now looks like the fight that's going to happen in the lightweight division for all the marbles. Yes, when you consider Lomachenko's last performance against Jermaine Ortiz and then Devin Haney's 2 wins out in Australia, how do you see this fight going?
You know what? When you look at the past few fight, the past fight of the both fighters, I think the last 12 months, last year or so, couldn't have gone any better for Devin Haney. I feel like his profile's has risen so much. He's got all the belts. He's high on confidence right now, while still being a very young fighter. And obviously, Lomachenko has obviously had his difficulties, but he got the win under his belt. Me personally, the way I see this fight going, I feel like I'm going with the youth of Devin Haney and just what he's shown over the last few months. As you know, I feel like he's the guy who's really going to take the reins with boxing and take it to another level. So I think it'll be a really close chess match. But I've got Devin Haney edging it with his youth, his natural physical advantages as well. We saw in the ring after I think it was Lomachenko's fight when Haney got in the ring.
Ortiz
Haney,
against Ortiz, yeah.
yeah, he looked. I don't know if he was maybe wearing shoes with lifts, but he looked a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? But the size advantage was massive, and obviously, whilst they're both very good technical boxers and they know how to fight, there's a saying of a good big one always beat a small,
That's right.
good small fighter. And obviously, Devin Haney, I feel as though as good as Lomachenko is and all that, I just feel like Haney right now, he's full of confidence. He's still. I feel like he's still got more to develop as a fighter. So I'm backing him to get that win.
Because you see about the technicality, they're both technical fighters, but you've been impressed with the technical progression of Devin Haney. So, what do you think he does in this fight against Lomachenko, which to you signifies that actually he's putting in that learning, not just in the fights against Cambosis and the fights beforehand against Linares, etc. What is it technically that he's developing and he's starting to really come to his own? What's he doing in the ring that makes you think he's progressed with that particular aspect of his repertoire of his skills in boxing? Yeah. What do you think he's been doing a lot better?
For me, he's dictating like how the pace that he's fighting at. He's dictating. You're fighting on his terms, right? So he's always in a position where he can tag you, but it's very hard for you. Do you know what I mean? For you to tag him back. So that for me is essential. And I know Lomachenko is a southpaw, but I just feel as though these improvements that he's making, he's going to really try and he's going to really try and nullify him and negate that southpaw. That on the outside, I feel like he'll be able to negate that as well, especially with his physical advantages, and just really like overwhelm him physically. And obviously the youth, he's got the youth, the energy, and he's got a lot riding for him at the moment. So I feel like that's where he'll be able to come out on top. And obviously we know Lomachenko, he's had issues with like the shoulder and stuff like that. Obviously he had the stuff going on in Ukraine as well. So I just feel as though Haney right now he's in the driving seat.
You said those things about Vasyl Lomachenko being out in Ukraine and having those issues and his shoulder. Do you think that came to play in his performance against Jermaine Ortiz? Because I'll be straight and I'll be honest. That was the first I'd seen of Jermaine Ortiz. I was aware of his performance against Jamal Herring, but that was the first I'd actually seen him live in the flesh. And he was good. He was pretty sharp. And he was having some success against Vasyl Lomachenko. Do you think that's just down to age? Because Lomachenko's getting on. He's coming up to his mid-30s, which is old for the lighter divisions. Or do you think it was actually that Jermaine Ortiz was better than what he was perceived out to be?
Do you know what? I feel like it's a combination of the age, maybe. He's had loads of amateur fights, right? And obviously in his professional career, the guy's been competing at elite level from like the first few fights. So of course, them training camps and all them amateur fights and everything that he's done, all these accomplishments, you don't go through all of that and come out unscathed. The wear and tear will start to kind of show on the body. Whilst him talk well. People say that he's kind of on a decline. Him on a decline is still a lot better than other fighters because he's a generational fighter. I just feel as though you've got another special talent coming through, and I just feel as though yeah, it's Devin Haney's time right now.
Yes, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think Devin Haney beats Lomachenko on points. If you asked me this question a year ago, I would have said it would have been Lomachenko. I would have said Lomachenko's angles would have caused Devin Haney lots of problem with his footwork, getting in on the inside, because that's where Lomachenko does his best work, short to mid-range. But I think Devin Haney's jab has improved so much from the Gambosa's fight, from the Diaz fight, and then Linares fight. Obviously through the Cambosa's fights, and I just think he uses that plus his physical stature. I think he now knows how to use his physique in the ring, and he's developing that strength, and he can use it to be, as you were saying, to dictate the play, if you like, become the ring general, and then make his aggression more effective by using that jab. It's a wonderful tool to use. So I think he uses that, and I think he keeps Lomachenko at bay, keeps him from mid to long range, where Lomachenko is not very effective. So I've got to agree with you there. But guys, if you disagree with us, let us know in the chat. If you do agree with Yaz's breakdown, let us know in the chat again. We've got plenty more content for you to come up in the next couple of days, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.